All right, today we're looking at the song Work by Brooks of York. And we did this song, I believe, entirely apart during lockdown, meaning we sent all the parts back and forth in various ways and did the mixing in various ways. I'll explain about that process. And I've done a ton of work over the years with Dave, and it's a great song. Let's dig in.
So do the work, do the work, do the work. Forget yourself and do it first. Own it even when it hurts. Take apart the machine. So do the work, do the work, do the work. Are we more than sentiments and words? Don't act like it's none of your concern. Like a citizen only. Implicit bias and fragility show. Will you put your privilege to work and let it go? Can't lie on the right side of wrong. Skip the bullshit, what side will you be on? No, my name's got the context you know. Can't defend or pretend to condone. We stole the land and used the max to build it all. Make it make sense and wait and let me hear your tone. So do the work, do the work, do the work. Guide yourself and do it first. Own it even when it hurts. Take apart the machine. So do the work, do the work, do the work. Are we
All right, we'll just start at the top. There's a lot going on in this song. And the markers are really helpful for me, even for like chords, but mainly sections. Chorus, verse, that's probably just a halfway point. Chorus, bridge vocals. There's a flam issue there. Chorus, all this stuff. Snare, flams, and so yeah, let's just start at the top. Now the top is kind of the least exciting thing. We have 2 drum samples. So we actually, these are just Contact Abbey Road. And what's funny is Dave and I programmed these. We programmed these just to show Andy the drum parts. And, it's funny. We did real drums. Andy recorded these up in Maine, I believe, at his house. And it's one of those things where we kind of missed it after we got rid of it. And so we just added it a little bit to the real drums. So we have a ride. So there you go. Very exciting stuff. I believe that's just the Abbey Road kit. So this is Andy at his house, I believe. So Dave and I worked out the structure of the song. He sent me guitars and some keys. And we actually worked a really long time without live drums. That's why we needed the placeholder of the fake drums, of the electronic program drums. And there's also a lot of just electronic drums in the song in general. So we worked a ton just on that, all these keyboards. We probably did most of the productions pre-drums. And so we programmed it, and then at a certain point when we were happy with the structure and everything, we sent it to Andy to do live drums, and then we also sent it to Phil Anthony to do live bass. But that actually happens pretty late in the process. It just so happens that I like drums all the way to the left here, so that's why they're coming up first. So let's hear these drums. So you see, it's like the same exact part. All right, so just digging into Andy's drums a little bit. Just a little bit of EQ. Andy Porta of West Meets West. He's in a lot of different bands as well. He's one of my favorite drummers in the world to work with. That's the snare. Little deep leader, which I like a lot. Little EQ. So a little gate, little compression, little EQ happening on there. I love the Neve 33609 on the snare. It just gives it so much pop. Though I felt like I needed more apparently, and then some decapitator. A little bit in parallel. A little more brightness. What I love about working with Dave is, I wish I knew. Oh, whoa, come on now. Come on. Whoa. All right. I wish I knew how many hours we spent on this, but we spend an enormous amount of time on like every little move. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, some toms here. Let's see where we got some toms happening. There's got to be some toms here somewhere. Really? Huh. Little EQ. Little SSL. A little more compression. And a little CLI. Let's hear this one more time. We're going to get a little bit of that bleed, but that's okay. I don't want to find it. I can't believe, is it really only... I just can't believe there's no other toms in this song. Huh. Wow. That's funny. So cool, toms. We got some overheads. Let's hear that here. So yeah, doing a lot of little things to these, cutting out some low end, a little compression with the Magic Death Eye, little dynamic EQ for the cymbals when they get a little splashy, some soothe, taking care of some of that as well, and then 1176 doing its thing as well. And then ripping light. Let's see what he did on this. Nice, just vibey. Nice. Again, I love Andy so much as a drummer. He's amazing. So nice. Just gives it a nice mix. All right, moving on here. And again, muted the toms when they're not playing. Tons of fades, just make sure they're cleaning it up. Some automation when needed. There was a lot of automation on the cymbals needed. It's just like we're just mixing in the live drums with the electronic there. And then, let's see, we got a drum master here. Now, I think we did this just for some more automation. Let's see what we did here. So all the drums are going to go to, so these are going to the two bus, the electronic drums. The drums are going to go to here. So this is a little confusing. Drums are going to go here to the drums. And they go through a bit of EQ. Bit more compression, little inflator. And let's see, they're also going to go through a crush channel here. So we initially cut out a section that got really, really crashy, so I think that's why this isn't really doing much. Alright, we got this, doing some compression as well, some parallel. And then we got, I'm a big fan of the Brooksofyork M7, this is similar to that. So that's doing, you hear that, that's a little R bass in there. So just some reverb on those drums, cleaning up that reverb a hair. And then the SSL, talkback. Did I turn that down as well? The overheads are going to it a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Hear that? So the overheads are going to go to this. Doing pretty little. Again, I think we had some louder sections and then backed it off. And then R bass for the toms and for the kick.
What you saying, what you seeing, is it old? Embrace your conscience.
All right, then all the drums also go to the drum master here, which is doing a lot of work here. Okay, yeah, we were doing some extra work here. Yeah. I think that was like late in the process where we just wanted to like just globally, there it is. This is what we wanted to do. So we got some volume automation. Right. We wanted to change. Wanted to change the reverb and then, yeah, the drive, we wanted to change that. So it's kind of just this like global bigger moves to the drums that we wanted to do really late in the process. So that's why that's doing that. All right, and then we go. Oh, Andy did. I love when he does this. He does these like percussion tracks, rain sticks. Just simple. Really helpful. Just a little EQ. Cutting out all the low end, little compression. I love that. Just a little bit of percussion, and that's it. All right, and then we got, I think this is where we get into the electronic drums. So this is what we would have started with, actually, with Dave. This probably electric guitars and vocals. And this is just a battery kit. But with these, there you go. You start to hear it developing. Dave did some EQ on his own channel strip, and then I just did some soothing out of that stuff as well. Let's see what else we got here. Hi-hat. Okay, so we added some hi-hat for the second verse.
We stole the land and used them back to.
So that's Dave, and then this is my hi-hats that I added. Let's see what I did. Yeah, a little velocity hi-hat. Nice. Oh, I did some Echo Boy automation on those. So you hear that delay happening there, which is pretty cool. I think we did that here. Yeah, so just some delay there. I think Dave and I are both really big fans of, what is this? We'll get to that. What is that? Huh. Dave and I are really big fans of like electronic and real drums married together. I'll play this chorus. So there's some real drums, fake, electronic. These must have been the original, actually, I think. Right. So yeah, it's a lot of different combinations of electronic drums. Those are just muted, so I guess we didn't end up using those. What do we got here? Echoes, drum echoes. Yep, wild. It's pretty cool.
Get the bullshit, which side will you be on? No, my name's got the...
Nice little, it kind of just propels it forward, you know, and then we got a reverse cymbal down here. Let's hear that in context.
Work, do the work, do the work.
Nice little movements. So yeah, that's all the drums. So that's, you know, almost 30 tracks of just drums and auxes for the drums. What do we got here? Nice. Okay, so that answers why that's committed.
More than sentiments and words.
So we verified a bunch of stuff there. So we'll get wacky in this stuff too, and just like, okay, we'll just commit it and we'll do some weird stuff. So that's why we committed that. I think that started off as an expand track that Dave made. So don't hate on expand. What do we got here? It's a cool drum filter. Some more drums. Shaker. So yeah, I mean, part of the process is Dave will send me stuff. I'll put it in Pro Tools. He has a version of Pro Tools, so he'll send things back and forth. Though everything will end up in my master session here because there's certain things I want to have, like volume, trim, automation instead of volume automation. I mainly like that so I can always adjust the volume, but I can still have automation on the trim automation. So Phil Anthony played bass on this. And we're using a B15. No, we're using... Let's check out what we're using here. Let's see if this messes it up. This is my Mac Mini. So sometimes I have to freeze stuff. So we're using the SVT Pro. Little EQ. Some compression. Some CLA. So, very cool bass. Phil is an amazing bass player, absolutely stunning bass player. And he plays great with Andy on this song. For such a simple part, I can't tell you how long we spent on this part. I remember sending this back and forth quite a bit with Dave. And I believe it's like the reverb trail. We sampled the reverb trail of another keyboard part, which was wild. Reverb print. So this is the same kind of thing. We sampled the reverb trail of the guitar. Right. A little more verify stuff. So yeah, let's hear that. That's pretty cool. And that is here.
Like it's none of your concern. Like it's sitting over me. What you saying?
Pretty wild stuff. Verify again. So you hear all these just chops. So we spent a lot of time trying to create textures like that, which are really fun. And then all that stuff is going to this sub. Well, a lot of it's going to the 2-bus actually, and then cut guitars. All right, and we got some guitars. All right. It's just Dave's beautiful guitar playing. Some EQ, brighten it up. And these are just going to a sub here, just doing its thing. Let's turn that off. This is doing a lot of tone shaping. And this hall reverb, probably just a Valhalla down here. Nice, and let's get into some keys here. So the guitars, pretty much all the tone comes from his pedals. All right. Yep. Let's see if this loads. So nice, just a little Rhodes sound with a ton of effects. Keys 2. Oh yeah, this is really cool. I think it's that same synth. Yeah, a little Rhodes with some effects. Some with a lot of effects. Crystallizer, decapitator, and then wires, which is this awesome synth. Well, plugin actually, sorry. Come on. There it is. I'll just loop this. So you start with that. Which is cool. Hear those extra octaves now. A little more distortion. And then the final kind of wow and flutter. I love that plugin. It's really very cool. Let's just freeze this again. Again, this is my Mac Mini, so I have to freeze a bunch of stuff to make it happy. But yeah, we did this all at home, so it worked out. So yeah, we sent the sessions to Andy and to Phil, and they would record at home, and they would send me back the files. All right, and then this is Stratus, Spitfire, some EQ compression.
And even when it hurts,
to rain, which is just a preset I made in a delay. We'll find it. Where is it? Rain, very last one. It's kind of this pitch shifty thing, ping pong thing. It's really nice. All right, classic OP1. Dave and I love using this. Let's see what we got. Little isotope vinyl on there, giving it some.
Whoa.
So yeah, just the OP1 doing its beautiful textures. I would have done those, and then the pocket piano would have been me. Yeah, well.
Are we staring at or are we the ghost of promise?
So really, that was we set this back and forth a ton. As I knew here, I think I got rid of the old tracks, but we sent this back and forth a bunch of times, Dave and I, making this kind of work. But it's all based on the Critter Guitari pocket piano. Let's see what's on here. Let's see. So we got some delay, reverse delay. So that's what it started as. Reverse delay, kind of mixed low. Ping pong. Echoplex. Some flanger. This is I don't think Dave and I could make a record without this plugin. We use this on everything. We love this plugin. Nice. So that is good. Let's just go back. Keep that frozen. I guess it's louder here. Yeah, it's pretty prominent. And then we do the same thing here. Oh. I think the reverse is just way louder. See, we had it in those sections and we got rid of it. Yeah, see, the reverse is a lot louder on that. That's cool. Love it. And then rhythmic. It's a contact synth. Let's see. Let's see if we can find out what that is. See if it loads. Yeah, okay, I had my suspicions it would be something from output. That's output rev. Beautiful. It's a beautiful synth. Oh, and okay, and I'm sending that to a vocoder thing later, which we'll get to. Nice. That gets us into, and so yeah, we send each other a ton of vocals back and forth. Dave records these at home on a SM7B and into an Apollo, and then we mix it. And so let's see, some end vocals.
What they say and what you hear are not the same fight. Is it a privilege that keeps you muted and uptight?
We're big fans of Alter Boy, octaves up and down, and vocal 1. So I think we had sent these. Yeah, we had sent these back and forth a lot. A little EQ, a little reverb mixed in, a little decapitator. This is what I could tell this was the end of a mix. Just kind of searching for the right stuff to make this work.
What they say and what you hear are not the same fight.
We wanted it to be like that lo-fi. That's why it's
what they say and what you hear are not the same fight. Is it a privilege that keeps you muted and uptight? You're not uncomfortable, I think you're on the wrong side. You can learn to change, face it all. What they say and what you.
Nice. And there's some automation on there as well, and that's going to the 2-bus. There's some Alter Boy going on there. There's what's been frozen the whole day. Nice. Big fan of Little Altar Boy from Sound Toys. Let's see what that is. Oh, and actually, it looks like we just used it in that one section there. So that's Little Altar Boy. And there you go. Oh, that's fine. All right, we got some O's here going to a N vocal bus 2. So just giving some volume automation on those. Vocoder. All right. Oof, I don't know if this will open because of Reason. But this is a Reason vocoder into some compression, some filters. Let's see what that is. Yeah, you hear that. So yeah, very cool vocoder action from Reason. Some more Altar Boy. All right, and I think we get into like the lead vocal stuff here.
So do the work, do the work.
Yeah, you can tell like the sonic quality is much richer, right? So there's some Dave plugins.
Work, do the work, do the work.
Some EQ.
Guide yourself and do it first.
EQ and de-essing. And we're just doing some reverb, some 8th notes, 16th notes. We'll get to that. Vocal sub, more EQ.
Work, do the work, do the work. Look at yourself and do it first. Own it even when it hurts. Take apart the machine. So do the work, do the work, do the work. Are we more?
So all this adding together to make a nice warm vocal sound. And then I do some little chorusing, some delay, some reverb. There's some other auxes here that got used.
Work, do the work, do the work. Look at yourself and do it first. Own it.
And then we had some, oh, okay.
Be the beacon, be the fire, be the bowl. Cannot turn a blind eye here anymore. What you're saying, what you're seeing, is it old? Embrace your conscience and amplify it all. Be the beacon, be the fire.
So just some tremolo vocals there through some decapitator. Looks like some Neve, just overloading the Neve. And then what do we got here? Where? Okay, oh, this is at the end here. Okay. Nice. So just some vocal effect, reverse stuff.
Don't act like it's none of your concern. Like it's
Nice. So subtle. Again, we're really into these little moments that propel things forward. And there you go. I mean, that's the whole thing.
No, my name's got the context, you know. Can't defend or pretend to cut.
There is a slight 2-bus thing. Pretty common to what I've been doing. That's a little different. A little more EQ than normal.
No, my name's got the context, you know. Can't defend or pretend to cut.
So a little EQ action. Looks like I'm cutting some lows from the sides. Phoenix tape machine.
No, my name's got the context, you know. Can't defend or pretend.
A little high end from the Pultec. Little Magic Death Eye.
No, my name's got the context, you know. Can't defend or pretend to condone. We stole the land and used the max to build it all. Make it make sense and wait and let me hear your tone. Ooh. So do the work, do the work.
two bus. And then we were experimenting here with some different limiters. And then this was a really cool thing. This is what we used, audio movers. We used this to so Dave could listen to the mix as we were mixing. So we would hop on a call and just listen and make tweaks and all that. So that is Work by Brooks of York.
Be the beacon, be the fire, be the bow.